How much of a relief was it that the code of practice for the dairy industry was finally agreed?
Well, for me personally, it was a great relief. It's been quite a stressful time, but obviously nothing compared to what it's been like for individual dairy farmers over the last few months. I don't think anybody wants to go through a period like we've had again, and hopefully the package is the beginning of the changes that we need.
You've described it as a significant step forward for the industry. What do you hope that it will achieve?
Well, I hope firstly that it will achieve, as it's designed to, greater transparency and openness about what is in contracts between processors and producers have a clearer understanding of how long it takes for prices to change, or if they want to leave a contract. But I also, more in the longer term, think it begins to rebuild the trust that has clearly been shattered over the events of the last 6 months.
So it won't necessarily mean better prices for farmers, but it should certainly mean fairer prices.
On its own, no, it doesn't automatically mean better prices, but we have to see it alongside other things. We know that, indeed you've published stories about some processors now looking at formula-based pricing systems, retailers doing the same thing. And I think of all these things together with the advent of producer organisations, all these things coming together, I do think bodes well for the future.
And you're going to consult this autumn on the dairy package, and you've said today that you want to see the code as a clear preference, and it will be given a chance to work. How long are we going to give it?
Well, I don't want to set deadlines, because obviously it's got to settle in, and we've got to give time for processors to change their contracts to comply with it. With the code, assuming they want to do that, and I hope they do. But there are review and monitoring mechanisms within the code. But obviously, in a year's time, we can have a good look.
Do you know how long that review would take?
No, that's a matter for the industry, not for government. The industry will arrange the review.
And on the subject of producer organisations, do you have a view yourself as to how many there should be? I understand that a producer organisation could represent 33% of the market. Should there be 3 or 4, or do you envisage a future with lots of smaller producer organisations?
Well, we're working now on the consultation that will be published. Yes, we do need to decide, most importantly, what's the minimum size. As you say, the maximum size is laid down in law. It can have one PO can have 33% of the market, but we clearly need to make sure that's a sensible minimum as well. I don't want to speculate on numbers because we'll come forward with our proposals and consult upon them.